Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited to be filming my part 2 of my decorating the tier tray video. I'm so excited to show you guys how I redid the whole thing. It came out so good. All I did was add some fake snow to the base of the tier trays, and then I added some lights. Unfortunately, I didn't film when we put the lights on because it was kind of like an afterthought at the end, but I will give you an overall view at the end. But thank you so much for joining me. And if you saw my part 1 video, thank you so much for leaving me a thumbs up and for leaving me such lovely comments. I really appreciate it. It really made my day. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So starting from the top part of the tier tray, all I'm simply doing is removing all the items from the top part of the shelf, and I'm just going to get ready to add the fake snow to the bottom. What made this process a lot quicker was that I already decorated the shelf, so I kind of already had an idea of how the layout looked, so it was easy just taking everything off and putting fake snow at the bottom. I will say it was a little bit tricky putting the things back onto the snow because it's very billowy, and I mean that in a good way, but it just became a little bit of an issue when I was trying to lay things flat and they were just kind of wobbling around a little bit, but that's okay. I made it work, and you got to work with it. Decorating is a process. As long as you have fun, it is worth it. So as you can see, all I did was simply put the fake snow on top of that little mini tree skirt, and then I'm just putting everything back into place. I will say again, it was a little bit of a tricky situation because I had to find the right balance here and there, but I made it work, and overall it looks beautiful. When I stepped back and looked at it, I loved it. Getting the snow and putting it on there was well worth it, and I just liked how it looked more decorative. It looked more festive, so I think fake snow is the key on this tier tray. It just worked out so good. So here I'm just simply replacing the decorations that I had on earlier. So I'm just putting the gumdrop back into place along with the little mini nutcracker ornament. And then I already put back the Rae Dunn cup with the gingerbread picks and the elf legs sticking out and the mints. They look really cute together. I thought that was a cute combination. And then I add this cute little ornament. It's a cupcake, so I just put that in the background. So basically I'm just putting everything back. I do rearrange some stuff, because when I went back the second time around, I realized I wanted to switch some things around, and I liked the way it came out the second time. So yeah, I'm just basically putting things back, playing with some things, and just seeing it how it is, seeing how I like it, if I wanted to take things out or put things back. So I'm just rearranging at this point, and I had a lot of fun doing that. So continuing on, I am simply once again just taking up all the Christmas decorations, so that way I'm able to flatten out and lay out the fake snow, so that way it can look just as pretty as the first part of the shelf. Once again, it was kind of tricky, I'm not gonna lie, putting this billowy snow because everything was just tipping over from time to time, but just take your time and flatten out the snow as much as possible, and eventually it'll just flatten out, and it just makes all your decorations look like they're in a little snow village or just on a marshmallow cloud, if you will. It just looks so cute and so festive. So as you saw, all I did was lay out some more fake snow, and I just took some time stretching it out, making sure it was nice and flat and billowy, and I'm basically just putting everything back into place. I did switch up a few things here and there, but it was totally fine. When I was going back to redo this, I was kind of okay with the idea if I didn't like something the second time around, I was totally okay with replacing it or just switching things around. And I think it came out better the second time around. Also, I highly recommend, if you're decorating for the holidays, put music on, put your favorite movie on. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas movie. I believe in this. During this time, I felt like watching Planet of the Apes, so I put part 2 on. I haven't seen the movie all the way through, but it was still a great movie to have on in the background. I don't know if any of you have seen that movie, but I love the graphics. They did such a good job with that movie. And also, I think when we barely started pulling out the Christmas decorations, I put on Moulin Rouge. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that musical. I highly recommend it. I love that movie with all my heart. It was, I think, one of the very first musical I've ever seen. And I love that movie. I was obsessed with it. We even have the soundtrack, the CD soundtrack to the musical, and I love the songs. Oh my God, I would hear them all the time. So I highly recommend, if you're decorating for any holiday, put your favorite music on or your favorite movie on. It doesn't necessarily have to fit the theme of the holiday, but if it does, all the more to you. Like, all the power to you. It is great to do that. I love watching the classics. I put on Little Women. I put on Narnia. I put on those types of movies usually, but I don't know, I was just in the mood for some action, so I just put on Planet of the Apes, and it is a great movie. I do have to rewatch it because I was so focused on decorating, I wasn't paying attention to it too much, but either way, it just makes the process all the more fun. So I highly recommend doing that. And here's just an overview of how the shelf came out. I love the way the fake snow just makes this all the more Christmassy. It just really brings out all the decorations. I really love the way it came out. And now finally, we are moving on to the last part of the tier tray. And once again, I'm just simply taking everything off so that way I can lay out the fake snow. I don't know if you saw in the background, that was my other dog, Gunner. He's our family dog. He's so silly. I love my Gunner. So here again, same process, just laying out the snow, making sure it's all nice and flat, making sure it's cohesive, making sure everything's just the way I want it, so that way I can lay out everything back into place. And yeah, that's basically all I do. I just lay the fake snow down, and you can see in the video I do take some time, even though I kind of fast forward through the video, but it took a minute or two just to make sure it was nice and flat. That way nothing was tipping over or didn't look like it was tipping over too much. So yeah, it just took a little bit of playing with, but overall, I highly recommend decorating with fake snow. It does fill in the gaps. It makes everything look super, super cute, and it just looks like everything's in the snow. I love it. It just really amped everything up. So yeah, if you have any like empty space on your tier trays, maybe add a little bit of fake snow. I think it looks super cute and it looks super great. So I highly recommend working with this. If you haven't tried it, I would give it a try. And there's my cute baby Wyatt sitting there. He's just looking for his ball. He's just waiting for me to play with him. So here I'm almost done adding everything that I wanted to on the bottom part of the tier tray, and I think everything turned out pretty cute. I really love this process. It was so much smoother having done it already, so it was just a lot of fun playing with the decorations and moving it around. Not that I didn't have time the first time around, I really did, but adding the fake snow just really amplified the look, and I had a lot of fun playing with it, kind of stretching it out, working with it. It was just overall a great process. I love decorating in general, And so I had a lot of fun doing this. And here's just a close-up view of how the last part of the tier tray came out. I just love how everything looks. It looks super cute. I love the gingerbread house, the little gingerbread baker right there, the little cakes, the ice cream, the reindeer cup, just everything. Everything turned out super, super cute. And this is how everything looks, you guys. This is how it turned out with all the layers of the fake snow throughout the tier tray. I think it came out really, really good, and I will show you guys how it looks with the lights on towards the end of the video. I had so much fun with this process. I love that I went back and did it the second time around. It was just well worth the process. So towards the end of the video, I will show you how it looks with the lights on. It just looks so magical and so adorable, and I can't wait for you guys to see it coming up pretty soon. And this is it, you guys. This is how it looks all lit up with all the rest of the decorations. I love the tier tray. It came out so good, and I hope y'all enjoyed this process. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And thank you so much for joining me once again, and thank you so much for all your lovely comments, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.